Hello everybody, my name is Brandon Zarbo. I am the Director of Marketing for 3AM Innovations, and today we're going to do a quick overview of some of the features of Florian and how they apply to the Wildland scenario. So we have here our full interface of Florian. We have a menu panel, we have an accountability anchor to the right here, and down below we have our tool tray that houses certain actions such as zoning, structures, and scribbles. Let's start off with our map views. Now we have a couple different options here. We have what we like to call our terrain view, and we wanted to make this as simple as possible. You can scroll left to right, you can also pivot your position, and you can drop the camera as well. This gives you this terrain view. Also, if we click on our map options here, you'll see that there's a satellite view. So that's going to give you a really good idea of the terrain that you're dealing with, and it also deals with elevation as well. We wanted to make this as simple as possible so that we are maximizing your heads up time and minimizing your heads down time. Moving on into our scene size up and some of the features that play into that, we have a messaging feature. And now what this allows you to do is what we like to call our size up snapshot. So your personnel in the field will actually be able to give you a live video representation of the baseline or the progression of the fire. And that is going to be immediately synced to the cloud. So what that means is it's also synced across all Commander devices. This isn't something that's stored on the phone. This isn't something that's stored on the PC. This is cloud storage. So that as soon as you reach connectivity, that is shared with you. If we step back into our map, a large feature in Florian is our zoning feature. If we look into our actions panel here inside of the tool tray, you're going to see the option for a zone. These can be used for assignment locations, ID divisions, heli spots, staging, and even to show where your command post is. So let's create a zone around these homes. This is also going to speak to a really powerful feature in Florian, which is our Evac or iPause system. Say that these homes are in danger and you need to evacuate them. We can actually create a zone for that. We can name it Evac. Let's save that. And now if we go back into that zone, you'll see this actual evacuate button here in the bottom right-hand corner. So if we click that, it's going to bring up this prompt. Now, the purpose of this is to really give us a quicker evacuation during a faster moving fire. We link actually directly with FEMA and the Amber Alert system. And the point of that is so that we can reduce the chain of command approvals by allowing incident commanders to issue these mass evacuations with really detailed instructions directly to civilians' phones. So I'm going to cancel out of that here because we don't want to obviously send an evacuation to these people. So let's move out of our zone. Let's move on to our Scribbles feature, which is something else that exists here down here in the actions panel. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. So let's say that the fire is progressing along this ridge here, and just to follow suit with our evac, we want to have these people to evacuate, but we also need all of our commanders to understand that this is where the up-to-date fire line is. We can go ahead and create that in a scribble, and what a really nice feature is. So I've just designated that. Let's make this fire line. I'm going to save that. And now what's nice is see how this sticks to the map. So again, that really interactive 3D map view. And that's why we're so proud of this, because this scribble now, it gives everybody a very up-to-date view of exactly how the fire is progressing. And you won't only use this just with fire progression. You can imagine some of the other instances that you would utilize something like this scribble feature for. So as this incident progresses, you're going to see, let's hop over in our terrain mode and see how we even get an even better view and an understanding. We still have that nice 3D Z up and down function. We also have the scribble and the zone sticking to the map. So let's take a look at some of the data features that we can integrate with. So if we click on our map button, you're going to see objects. Now we more commonly use this in city and career firefighting for hydrants. And so that the firefighters that are arriving on scene, they know if there's a hydrant that is used, they know what water main line it is on. In a Wildland application, this is really going to be used to mark out things like tactical reference data. So let's say maybe sources of water or power line location, so that we're mitigating any risks in terms of those. I'm going to hide our tool tray here for a second, and I'm going to focus on our accountability anchor off to the right. Now you'll see we have William, Jack, and we have Greg. They're currently out in the field. Let's say that we wanted to go ahead and focus on William. All it takes is a single click, and now you see everybody kind of grays out, and William himself here is going to become the spotlight of our focus. If we're off screen, say we get lost in the map somewhere and we want to refocus on William, all we do is we simply click on him. It re-gives us our orientation, and it also focuses directly on that. We have this nice feature here with colors. So you as an incident commander can also pick and choose exactly how you want your people to be represented in the field. So if we go ahead and click on William, he's a commander. So we're going to change his color to gold. Just that simple, that quick. Now we have a quick representation of where our commanders are, where our personnel are in the field. So if we unfocus from William, you're going to see our 2 engines here are showing in black. This is going to help with a better view of your operating units in the field and allow for better resource management. Let's step out of our map view for just a second and head over to the messaging tab. This is a feature that we have recently added because of the need to deal with heavy radio traffic. So we know that redundancies are really important, and especially because connectivity is consistently an issue when you're out in the field. So what we wanted to do here was just supply an alternative form of communications that will always be present, even if you're in spotty connectivity. So what's nice here is command can leave a message, and it's actually going to stick in this window pane. So as you see, Ben has communicated he's on his way to engine 24. So we know that he's en route, but if Ben were to communicate that over his radio, if you missed that call from Ben, you don't really know where he's headed to in the field. And we actually have the ability to transcribe live radio chatter so that your RDOs will always have it on screen and have it time-stamped. But now we can go back and we can see in this messaging feature, and that's always going to stick there. And once again, synced across all devices, everything from commanders in the field to your command post. So if we step away from the messaging feature and we go back into our map screen, our final feature that we're going to present today in the Wildland application is our Mayday feature. So I just said that, and we're going to see a change take place on the screen. So I'm going to lift up my phone here, and because I am linked to this event, you're going to see the status change. So I didn't press any buttons, I didn't do anything, and we saw this red bar appear on the phone. And also we're going to see that linked to the accountability anchor. So I can go ahead and focus directly on Ben. There's an issue with Ben. He's called a Mayday. I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and you're going to see it immediately brings me to Ben's location, which here is Buffalo, New York. That's where my phone is. So we can go ahead and clear that, unfocus, and let's have Jack, boom, immediately directly back to California in our incident. So as you can see, there's some pretty powerful features baked directly into Florian and how they will apply to the Wildland Fire Service. I want to say thank you for your time. Stay safe out there. If you have any other questions, please visit us at 3aminnovations.com. Take care.